Hello everybody, welcome to the Business Spotlight Series. I'm Terris Ahrens with the Chelsea Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined today by Paul Buckles with Legacy Assisted Living, and we are currently in the dining room of Legacy Assisted Living. How are you doing today, Paul?
I couldn't be any better. How are you doing?
Oh, good enough. It's a dreary day, but we got a nice room to do this in instead of the courtyard like we were thinking, but that's all right. Michigan, September, it's going to happen.
Never know where you're going to get.
Yep, no way to tell. Weatherman doesn't know, that's for sure. So anyways, as we always start these things out, we'd like to do a little bit of bio on you and your facility here. So what brought you to want to do this with your life? As we walked around, you explained to me that you're very ingrained in the design of this, the decoration, everything about it. That's got to be a real calling to want to jump into this industry. What brought us to here?
I guess like things in life, when you meet the right girl, things can happen. And my wife and I met at college March 9th of 1994.
Okay.
Within that first week, my father-in-law said, "Hey, would you like a job?" And I said, "Sure." So I started actually weed whipping, mowing lawns around facilities in Spring Arbor.
Okay.
My wife and I got married a year later, and so the family business was our nursing home, assisted living, and so I jumped in to the company at a point where we were just starting to expand.
Right.
And really found a passion for serving seniors. And that's what's really driven my passion for creating more housing and options for seniors to retire in place and enjoy their latter years.
Very cool. So that facility was still in the area, and that was over on the west side of Jackson?
Yep.
Okay. And so where we're at now, though, when was this opened up?
So this was opened up in 2009, February of 2009.
Okay.
And if you kind of go back before that, we opened two other assisted living centers before this building. And as we opened and they filled up, we're like, what other areas in Jackson County can we serve?
Yeah.
And that's why Legacy was an ideal spot. My father-in-law, Lloyd Ganton, has been, the entrepreneur pushing for looking at other areas, and he had looked years ago at this. It used to be the Ives Farm. It actually still is. If you go west, they farm the property. We own the property, but they farm it.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, and, why not let them keep doing it? Yeah.
So they provide corn, and our residents love to get the corn throughout the season. But he had the passion for wanting to build on the east side of Jackson. Cool. And near the high school. Back in the day, he used to drag the Ave with his 1950 Chevy and go downtown and come back. And there used to be a drive-in movie theater too.
Oh, really?
So years ago, this was a hopping spot back in the day.
That's very cool. Yeah, I remember when the way the freeway and the off-ramp stuff used to work right through this area. It was definitely it was the start of getting off the expressway and going into Jackson, basically, which it still kind of is. Yeah. Well, from what it sounds like, this one was, you did two right before this. Did you do the same amount of design work, and were you as involved in those other two as you clearly were with this one?
I was. Summit Park Assisted Living and Spring Arbor Assisted Living. Both of those, I worked very closely with the architect, and I did the pro formas for the financials, did the apartment layout, and the more you build, the more you learn about, hey, this kind of works or this doesn't work. And but for us, this was kind of the crown jewel.
This seems like a home run. Yeah, you got a really awesome facility here. I love this room we're in right now, and the rooms themselves, very usable, very open air. I like the fact that you've got good green space around the property. I mean, everywhere you look out a window, you're usually looking at,
whether it's a courtyard or whether it's on the exterior of the building. Very nice views.
Yeah, it's a nice area. I think Jackson County has more state land than like any county in the state or something, which always blows my mind.
Yeah.
But you can see it constantly. It's everywhere, all the green spaces. So that's really awesome. How many units do you guys have here?
So we have a total of 56 assisted living and 26 memory care for a total of 82.
Oh, wow. All right. So are those, when we looked at earlier, that was a single room. So you said you've got singles and doubles.
Yep. We've got deluxe one bedrooms, studios, and then the memory care units.
Okay. And a studio basically just doesn't have like the divider wall. It's sort of just all encompassing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you limited mobility, it makes it a little bit easier. And some people like the open space.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just have everything in the same area. I can totally appreciate that. I've lived in some small apartments in my day, so I know what that's like. Less to clean, less to take care of. So that's great. And do you guys have a waiting list for this place?
Currently, we don't have a waiting list. So we have a number of people that throughout the weeks have said, hey, let's sign back on. And
nice.
Coming through a tough part this summer, staffing was an issue, so we held up some admissions because of our staffing.
To make sure people are getting the service that you're so used to providing. Yeah.
We have a very solid team here, and we are not going to have our residents in an unsafe scenario. So that's why we said, while our staffing is suppressed, we're not going to admit. About a month ago, we said, hey, we're at a safe spot with our staffing. So now we're really ramping up. Yeah. And so that's positive. Things are turning around to where the staffing's much more improved.
That's good.
And it's a very positive environment.
Well, that's great, and that seems like a very responsible way to go about things, is maintaining that level of excellence, if you will, around here versus just trying to get as many people in the rooms as you can. So it's nice to hear that that's the type of care you're giving here. That's great. Well, I mean, I can't get enough how you've got the amenities. So they've got 3 meals a day, all that stuff. There are other things I saw. Baby grand piano out there. You guys got the really nice aquarium.
We have entertainers coming in all the time.
Yeah.
We do what we can to try and keep our residents here so that they don't have to go out for podiatry, dental, optometry. So all those services, we have the doctor come in to see them if they choose, but they can go to their own doctor if they've had them for many years. So we give them a lot of options for independence, but also providing services here. If there's therapy need, we have an on-site therapy through Genesis rehab, so that they can, and we walk by that with part of our tour, where they'll do the activities, the rehab in the hallway, and use different machines to keep their mobility up and things like that, and strength.
Yeah, it's nice. So, I imagine that's highly convenient for them to not have to go anywhere for that. And I saw people playing bingo.
Yes, we have a full-time activities director, and bingo is a requirement in the assisted living. So that they just are always keeping them stimulated,
cool.
with games and activities.
Movie night and stuff like that.
We talked about going to Meckley's Flavored Fruit Farms and to the fair. We went to the fair this year, and Grass Lake had a pretty cool senior event out at Devil's Lake, where the residents got a boat ride and
very cool.
Entertained with the skiers. And
that's super fun. So you guys do a decent amount of field tripping.
Well, you have to. I really feel like they're still young, and they are very vital to our community, and we're going to give them every opportunity to thrive and enjoy themselves.
Well, that's great. That seems like a great motto to have, basically. Well, as always, we like to finish these with something a little silly, and it sounds like you guys. It sounds like you're not the tech one in the house, so you're not sure where you're watching it. And I bet you're not always picking what you guys are watching either. But currently, what was your wife's name again?
My wife is Carol.
Carol. So you and Carol are currently watching what on television?
There's a Spanish Princess show. It's a period drama. It's entertaining, and it's like we've been through the Breaking Bad. Boardwalk Empire.
Oh God, I love Boardwalk Empire.
Man.
That's so sad. He just passed away.
I know.
Yeah, that's Michael K. Williams, I think. Yeah, really sad. He was great on The Wire too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, those are all good. Yeah, I think it's fun. The period pieces are cool because regardless of the story, you always got something cool to look at. The set pieces, the decoration, no matter what. So that's very cool.
Very entertaining.
If you haven't seen it, watch The Spanish Princess. You got a recommendation from Paul Buckles. So, all right. Well, thanks for the tour. Is there anything else you want people to know before we go?
No. The easiest part about our contract we mentioned in the tour is that we're a 30-day lease. So we prove ourselves day in and day out, and we are licensed by the state of Michigan.
Okay.
So when you may have a concern, or if you have a concern, there's always someone watching over our shoulder to make sure our staffing, dietary things, and there's kind of a guardian angel
Sure.
over there, and
Checks and balances.
we just had our survey, and that was a perfect survey. So
Oh, very
it's,
cool. Congratulations.
So thank you.
Yeah.
So it gives us a lot of pride, separates us from the other facilities that are not licensed,
Sure.
and we are very affordable. So come check us out.
Cool.
Kim Loomis is our building manager, and she'd love to give you a tour.
All right.
If you're interested.
All right, cool. So come by, see Kim. We'll make sure we put the website and contact information in the comments for this video. Thank you again, Paul.
Well, thanks for having me. A pleasure. Keep up the good work at the Chelsea Chamber.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, we promise we will. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys the next time. Have a good one.